Welcome to Language Retreat. From my experience, tenses is the most important topic in English language. Okay. It is also one of the topics which frightens the students. Now, the reason I feel that it frightens the students is because it is not simplified enough. Okay, so here's my attempt to simplify the tenses. The topic would be divided into 4 small videos for easy understanding. Okay, it would be helpful if you watch one video, practice the tenses explained in it, and then move on to the next. So, time, as we all know, is divided into 3 categories, right? Past, present, and future. Now, these are further divided into 4 subgroups. Okay, they are based on the nature of the action. Okay, how is the action? Is it complete? Is it still going on? So, based on the nature of the action, the tenses are further divided into 4 subtypes. Okay, we call them as simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Now, these in all, okay, make your 12 tenses. 3 main types and then 4 subtypes. So 4 threes are 12, 12 tenses in all. So today, this video will talk only about simple tenses. Okay, so please pay attention, focus, understand the nuances of it, practice a lot, take different verbs and practice the tense, and only then move on to the next video. Okay, so first one is simple present tense. Now, this tense, the simple present tense, it deals with habits and regular activities. It is also used to talk about general facts as well. Okay. Now, for example, I drink coffee every day. This is my habit, right? We listen to classical music. So it's a regular activity for us. The family that prays together stays together. It's a general fact that I'm just sharing with you, right? So the sun rises in the east. It's a general fact, right? So we will be using simple present tense for all of these functions, for talking about habits, talking about regular activities, and talking about general facts. Now, in certain cases, okay, it also talks about an event that is to happen in the future. Okay, but it is a pre-planned, pre-decided event. For example, the blood donation drive begins at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So we are talking about the future, but what is the tense that I have used here? Begins. Okay, why? Because it is a pre-planned, pre-decided event that we are talking about. Okay, the show starts at 5 p.m. sharp. Again, a future activity. Since it is pre-planned, we are expressing it using simple present tense. So that is the second place where we use simple present tense. It talks about a scheduled event of the future. The third usage of the simple present tense is in descriptions, like when you're telling a story or you're narrating an incident. That is where you will be using a simple present tense. For example, Roy hears a scream from a distance. He shivers listening to it. He decides that he should go and check. He hurries towards the place. The scene numbs his senses. There is a tiger right in front of him. He stares at the tiger in shock. So all of these verbs here, hears, shivers, decides, hurries, numbs, stares, all of these are used in simple present tense because we are using a descriptive mode. We are using a narrative mode of storytelling, right? So that is where, again, your verbs are used in the simple present tense form, right? So these are the places where we use the simple present tense. Now let's look at the grammar of it. I love chocolates. We like to visit the beach. He loves music. The verb here is used in the original form, like love or like, except that when it follows the third person singular, that is he, she, or it, then the verb takes an S or an ES. All right, that is the only exception. So I love, we love, but he loves. When we convert this into negatives, okay, we would use doesn't with third person singular, that is he, she, or it, and don't with all others. So I don't like chocolates. We don't like to visit the beach. He doesn't like music. All right, so that was about your simple present tense and all the situations and all the conditions that you need to remember about it. So you need to practice more and then move on. Now, before we move on to the simple past tense, let's understand a few things about verbs and their forms. Now, every verb has three forms. Okay, we should know the three forms of verbs to be able to use it in different tenses. Now, here's a list of some common verbs. Here you would observe there are certain verbs which take a D or an ED in the past tense. Okay, and the same is their past participle form as well. So these are called as regular verbs, like the first one, like, liked, liked. Also the second one, jump, jumped, jumped. These are called as regular verbs. Now, there are also some verbs which have a completely different second and third form. For example, eat, eat, ate, and eaten. Speak, spoken, spoken. So these are called as irregular verbs. Okay, irregular verbs don't follow a rule. They have a completely different word as V2 and V3. Now, what is V2 and V3? As I just referred to the present tense form, that is the original form of the verb, is the first form of the verb. So we will call it as V1 for easy understanding. When we are using the past tense form, that's the second form of the verb, that is V2. And the third form, past participle form, will be referred to as V3. Okay, so that will help us in understanding the structure of sentences. Now, there are also certain verbs, if you note, they do not change in any verb form. They remain the same. So cut, cut, and cut in all three forms, right? So this is something we should know. Okay, the three forms of verbs which we regularly use so that we can use the same in different tenses. Now, V1 or the first form of the verb is the original form, and we have seen its usage in the simple present tense that we have discussed already. Now, let's move on to simple past. Simple past tense is used to talk about actions that have happened in the past. Okay, if there are historical facts and if they are past habits. So in these three cases, we would be using simple past tense. Okay. Now, for example, they played cricket yesterday. It's an action in the past, action happening in the past. India got its independence in the year 1947. It's a historical fact that we are stating. As kids, we always watched Tom and Jerry. So we are talking about past habits. So in these three cases, we would be using simple past tense. Actions happening in the past, historical facts, and past habits. All the above sentences, if you observe, are using V2, that is the second form of the verb. For using these sentences in the negative form, we would make use of didn't or did not. They didn't play cricket yesterday. That is didn't plus the original form of the verb. It's not they didn't played. It's they didn't play. Didn't plus V1. We didn't meet him before he left. He didn't eat well last night. Now, moving on to the third type, that is simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to talk about an action that will happen in the future. The verb used here will be will plus V1. That is will come, will go, will run, right? Will plus V1. Now he will paint the wall. They will visit our office tomorrow. We will plan a picnic next month. So will paint, will visit, will plan. Now for negatives, we would be using not after the will not. And the contraction would be won't. So he won't paint the wall. They won't visit our office tomorrow. We won't plan a picnic next month. So simple tenses focus on timeline. When is the action taking place? Now let's have a quick recap comparing all the three simple tenses. We celebrate our anniversary every year. Simple present tense. We celebrated our anniversary last week. Simple past tense. We will celebrate our anniversary next month. Simple future tense. He bakes a cake. Simple present. He baked a cake. Simple past. He will bake a cake. She dances well. She danced well. She will dance well. We visit our parents every weekend. We visited our parents last weekend. We will visit our parents next weekend. Now try making your own sentences using different verbs. Okay, take up a list of verbs, pick up verbs from there and try framing your own sentences, converting them to the other tenses. So that's it for today. See you soon in the next video and tenses. Stay tuned.